one of our topics for tonight is the brotherhood of male community. I think we're kind of skipping past a couple of topics there. Um, but I think that this is an important topic whenever you're dealing with male depression, because I think that that male community thing is starting to die a little bit, as less and less people think are being told that that male community is not a good community, and a lot of the things that we as men do are bad. Yeah. Has that answered your question, or am I waffling?
You might be waffling, you might be answering it. Sometimes I don't know.
Yeah. What
I
do you
don't
want?
know. I think it's a difficult one because I I do see changes that are good. I definitely think there's an element of the whole male chauvinistic era that has passed and we've moved on from it, and that's good. I still think that there's an element of that that can be kept in, and men should be in a community. I mean, I know as a woman, I love getting together with my friends and having that community and having those people that you can talk to. And I think it is very important to have people around you that you can talk to. And I think just getting back into the whole mental health thing, I think if you don't have people that you can be around, even, and I don't just mean talking about your mental health, I just mean in general, being a person, having a laugh, having dinner, having a drink, just chatting about anything, sending random pictures or random whatever back and forward to each other when you're not together, just having that friendship, I think is very important to anyone's mental health. But I think women are more inclined to have that sort of community of people that they are around, whether it be online or whether it be in person, whereas men, I find, kind of close themselves off a wee bit more. And a lot of the time I see a lot of men who their friends are the people they work with. They don't necessarily have a lot of friends outside of that. You know, they get their social side in work and then they come home and they do whatever, and not a lot of the time they do other things. And I think it's very important to surround yourself with people who you enjoy their company for your mental health, because otherwise, I mean, if Thomas and I were just spending time where it was just the two of us, we weren't talking to anyone else, yes, I enjoy his company and he enjoys mine, but it would get to the stage where your mental health would suffer because you need other people, you need friendship, you need people who are like you around you, if that makes sense.
Yes. Male friendship is an interesting one. Some of this, it comes back to kind of girlfriends, and how traditionally men kind of open up to or show their sensitive side to their girlfriends and kind of don't open up as much with their male friends. Male friendships and male tribes, if you want to call male friendships male tribes, because that's essentially what they are men are more likely to hang out with just people they don't like and go to the bar and dance, and male friendships aren't about intimacy in any great respect. Very often passing sort of insults or passing barbs, passing jokes, passing, all of that is kind of male camaraderie. I'm getting a lot of this again off the Art of Manliness podcast, which so male friendships and female friendships are very different, and I think that people today have lost sight of the intimacy of male tribes, and that your tribe is there for you in a lot of ways. I mean, certainly my friends are great. All of my male friends, I play poker once every 2 weeks with my male friends, and they are amazing. They're all great guys. They are my tribe, and that's. Is it necessary for me to be intimate with them? Is it necessary for me to share my innermost feelings with them? No, that isn't the way male friendships work. But that doesn't mean that they are not my tribe, and they are my tribe. it's just kind of understanding what male friendships are and kind of how male friendships make you stronger. Um, we're basically all tribal creatures. The idea is that we as a tribe kind of make each other stronger. And sometimes a lot of men feel as if they individually are making their tribe weaker. And that is kind of why some men feel isolated within the tribe. But very often they're not. And sheer numbers make the tribe bigger by way of masculinity. If you go out to a bar and a fight breaks out and you have 10 of your friends with you and the other guy only has 6 of his friends with him, then your tribe is stronger than that tribe. So male friendships work that way more than female friendships do. So some men, because the nature of male friendships aren't really discussed today in the popular zeitgeist as they should be, and people don't understand what male friendships are for and the value of them, a lot of men are feeling isolated within their tribe. A lot of men feel like they aren't contributing to their tribe, and it's sort of surprising how little you need to do in order to give value to your tribe. Essentially, if you are a man, so in that way, male friendships are in some ways stronger than female friendships, because female friendships can be a bit bitchier and a bit kind of more intimate. They can hit you where they hurt. They can gang up against you. They can use what you've told them against you. Men don't care. Men are there for you, sort of a lot more than women are. And I think that a lot people have started to misunderstand male friendships. And am I waffling, or is this making sense?
No, I think you could be sort of stereotyping female friendships.
Okay.
But I do, to a certain degree, I do agree with you that male friendships are very different. That's what I was saying. It's not about opening up. It's not about sharing your deepest feelings. It's about just being there and sharing. Like, Thomas will show me some of the pictures that his mates send him, and they have a bit of a laugh, and that's a guy thing. That's guys' friendships, and I love that. I love whenever you have that camaraderie. I hate that word, but you understand where I'm going with
that.
But yeah, I definitely think with guys, sticking to the whole men's mental health, you do need that tribe. You do need all of that to survive mentally, because if you don't have that banter, if you don't have that relationship with people around you, then you kind of get lost and lonely.
100%. What I've written down there is the need for community, and this may or may not be something that is kind of dying in our contemporary era, is community and kind of men kind of being of value in the community, or men feeling as if kind of what I was saying before about men feeling of value. Everybody needs a community, and yeah, there's a certain sort of extent to which the communities we used to have are becoming more distant. We were talking about this last week whenever we were talking about social media and how people are not closer anymore, and how people don't go to church on Sunday, and how it's harder and harder to identify who your community is and who your tribe is. And this might sound a bit primal, but sort of men on an unconscious level kind of think in the way of tribes, and am I serving a purpose to the tribe? I heard an interesting anecdote about, was it a Vietnamese man, a Vietnamese farmer. He was a rice farmer, and he stepped on a landmine, and he got his leg blown off. And after his leg got amputated, and he fell into depression, and all the community around him, after 3, 4, 5 months in depression, all the community around him kind of got together. They got him a wooden leg. They got him back out in the farm. They made him feel useful again in the community. they, you know, they showed him that, you know, everybody in the community was there for him, and that he was still valuable, and that he was still, you know, a valued member of their tribe. Yeah, in a changing world where the masculine and the feminine are being diluted, i.e., women are taking on more masculine roles, and women are aspiring to more masculine roles, very often men are feeling as if their masculinity is not under threat or whatever, but historically men have played the masculine role in the relationship, and, you know, the woman would play the feminine role in the relationship, but now that's being diluted, and that is saturating or diluting the purpose of a lot of men. Do you understand what I'm saying by that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do. Definitely, I would agree that there is a massive adjustment period. And when I say period, I mean, like, it's going to take a long, long time for men to adjust to the fact that their role is changing. Women are taking on different roles, and I mean, that all started back during the wars, whenever women had to take on those roles. So if they were able to do it then, why shouldn't they just continue? And I think we should, as a humanity as a whole, share everything, and I think we all need to adjust to that. But I definitely think it would make men feel like their masculinity is threatened, because what has been drilled into their brains, into evolution over the years, is that men are the strong ones, women are the ones that stay at home. You know, it hasn't been that long since that actually changed in reality, but it is something that has totally changed. You know, more and more men are staying at home, and women are the ones going out to work. And a lot of those men struggle with the fact that their wives are the ones that are earning more money. You know, that feeds into the whole male mental health thing, because they feel inferior because they're not earning as much as their significant other, or they feel like they are useless because they're not the ones being the breadwinner or whatever. But I definitely think that it is something that over the decades, as we go along, that it is something that is going to continue to change, and men will eventually, hopefully, adapt to it. But I definitely think until that stage, there is going to be that transition stage where men don't feel like they have that same role. You know, everything is changing for everybody, you know.
I think what I'm talking about more is just traditional chivalry. You know, pulling a seat out for a woman, taking a woman out for dinner, kind of both partners being not, I don't want to say equal, but both partners being the masculine partner in the relationship is, more and more women aspire to kind of be the kind of masculine partner, and that kind of leads men to kind of go, well, what does that mean that my role is in the relationship? And that leads to a lot of, I mean, everything you've said was right about changing gender roles and sort of, and women going out there and working, etc. All of that's fine, but I think that we know that like 50% of marriages end in divorce. We know that less people are getting married, and all of this is feeding into men's mental health. Like, what is my role in a relationship? It used to be that men found a lot of purpose and a lot of kind of whatever in being the breadwinner and playing that masculine role. That sort of, you know, I'm the hunter-gatherer, I'm out getting the, you know, and that fed into the primal nature of masculinity. I have purpose, I am going out and I am providing. I am treating my prize with chivalry, and that isn't intended to be sexist saying that, but that sort of hunter-gatherer kind of, woman my prize, I bestow upon you these gifts, and that on a very primal thing, that gives men purpose, and that gives men identity. And chivalry gives men purpose, but it isn't that, it's almost that chivalry is being discouraged nowadays. It's almost like women don't want it because women think it's sexist to be chivalrous and to, you know, and to be traditional, and more and more women kind of, so more and more men are confused as to what it is their role is in society.